I'm Orson Bramley, founder, one half of Transparent Sound. We're in my studio in Brighton, which is in my flat. And as you can see, there's an array of weird and wonderful mumble jumble, but that's kind of how I like to work. So it's 30 years of Transparent Sound this year, and so last year, which was an absolute honour, an amazing thing for me to be sat amongst so many iconic legends and things, was the album that came out on Tresor. But we'd spoken to Tresor about 28 years ago and sent them a demo which they were kind of interested in, and then we had to send it on cassette then. And then I don't know what happened, we had to go to the phone box, I think. It didn't materialise, so that 30 years on it has materialised, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's a shame I can't make one of these say Transparent Sound.
Level 3.
Yeah, I think everyone knows Martin's no longer Transparent Sound. We are on this, we are on lots of things. We did have a big conversation about how we're going to move forward with this, and he decided that he wanted to do some different things, and we've done what we were going to do together. We became amazing friends, still are amazing friends. We just don't hang out in the studio 3 or 4 days a week, every week anymore. Everything that's happened with Transparent Sound has happened because we were doing it together. It was never just me, it was never just him. Even if it was a solo track that appeared by one of us, we're both still involved in that process because the way stuff's set up, or the mindset you're in, or what we discussed that day, it influences everything, doesn't it? I grew up on turntablism, b-boy, breakdancing, you know, the origins of electronic music, hip-hop, electronica, repetition and minimalism, less is more, and all of that kind of thing. Chicago, Detroit influenced stuff. Whereas I think Martin always more band driven and led, and it couldn't be dealing with a lot of the club stuff in different planets, you know. He was a massive fan of The Cure, and he said, "Oh, you won't believe who I just saw in Tesco. Ah, it's Robert Smith, I just saw Robert Smith, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I think he lives in the Craypole estate." We got drunk, it sounds cliche, but it is exactly how it happened. And we were like, we should just drop him a note through his door. Pretty much followed him back to his house. And then about 6 months later, he was like, "Oh, can you do a remix?" And so we did the remix. So that was a pretty special moment. Well, for both of us, but especially for mine, being such a big fan of him.
And the fact that it happened through just stalking him.
But we needed to find out where he lived. Well, I've got the TR8S here, and my slaves obviously Ableton, but I like having hands on one knob per function if possible, because I hate screen diving. If I can screen dive, I can just do it in the laptop. Nothing's ever rooted in permanently, and then when I go out to play live, well, it takes me ages to wire it back in and might not bother for ages, that's why it's such a shambles. But I kind of like that as well, because I give attention to a particular synth or drum machine, or you forget how to use something and you relearn it maybe in a slightly different way. First rule, throw the instructions away, lose half the parts. I mean, I'm not a geeky synthesist or anything. I kind of know what functions do, but I'm just messing around and I'm going, right, I want that to do, you know, and seeing what comes out. It's just experimenting, having fun, engaging with the machine. It's like there was a quote Andy Weatherall said, it's like, they're just boxes. They're just plastic or metal boxes. The magic happens when you can rewire your soul through that machine. That's when the magic happens. But at the end of the day, they're just circuit boards and bits of wire. They sit there doing nothing until human interaction comes in. So I mean, that's all I'm doing really. Can't get it. I just wanted to say 30, but he won't do it. My friend gave them to me. I said, "Yeah, just put that." Yeah, 30. Transparent sound. 30. Can't even get it to do that.
You hold it in front of your head and say it.
30. years of transparent sound.
There you go, man versus machine.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I should have in a gig now, just tape it, gaffer tape that to my head. Yeah.
Speak, man.
Speak Man. Yeah, by Texas Instruments. Predominantly, it starts with the beats. Get the beats in, get a riff in, just try and get a vibe. So you're drawn to something, whatever that might be. Might be a hi-hat, and it just leads me on to thinking where I could take that. But sometimes if I'm writing an album, I might just start with the melody and work kind of backwards. If I want it to sound different to the kind of straight up dancey stuff. If I've got a vibe, not touch it unless I've got time to finish it, complete it, because I don't want to go in a different mood and change it into something it was never meant to be. Mix it, engineer it, arrange it. I just don't touch the mastering, it's a bit of a dark art. In an ideal world I'd get Keith Tenniswood to do it, Radioactive Man, Kurt down in Hastings, which is pretty phenomenal. I just kind of accepted that, I mean, it just kind of happens how it happens, because over time things have happened. There's probably lots of stuff that's lost along the way, but you know, this is just part of it, isn't it?
Do you identify with these characters?
Found them in the bin. Yeah, Brighton's kind of got, everyone kind of puts stuff out, take me, freebie, recycle kind of thing. Do I look like I identify with it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, cheers.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. I mean, I've fallen off a wall a few times. But Humpty and Dumpty together again. Definitely don't send the horses. There's definitely better fixing.
On which note, have you ever considered changing your surname
Have I?
to Cart
Oh, you
and Cart?
out of order. I used to get called Orson Carr. I used to call it that. It's called,
They do that?
and Mork called in Orson. Mork called in Orson. Actually, I got a train to Plymouth. They came around and checked the tickets. They must have read the ticket. wasn't in a very good condition. I heard over this Mork calling Orson, come in Orson. I was like, that cheeky. He's just got, you know, they got in. Yeah. Funny though. So it's going to be 20 years of, this is kind of like the sister label, which is called Orson, which means bear-like. It's not a beaver, it's not a badger, it's a bear. Just for all you people out there who didn't get that. And it was a label, it's a platform for people releasing what I think is amazing music, incredible music. A lot of it is electro-y, maybe techno, electronica, and I just want it to be a foundation for people, up and coming artists, established artists, whatever, that I just truly believe in, whether it sells a load of records or whether it sells none. Just a little artifact to put out to the world, and so hopefully somebody will love it. So yeah, we've got some stuff coming on there. We've got for the 20th anniversary release, we've got O Bergman. There isn't really a process. I might hear something on Instagram, someone's played or something. In the process of looking for that thing, I might stumble across something else. Or I might buy a piece of vinyl for a particular track. It might be something on the B-side, it might be a remix from an artist I haven't heard, or somebody might recommend it, you know, go to somebody I've heard a little snippet or a studio jam and go, what is that, or do you want to release? Sometimes it might be a prominent artist, I might ask them. And another time somebody might come up and just go, well, they don't do that anymore, do they give you a CD in a cup? But you know, I'm going to drop you an email, listen to it, and it just starts off like that really. Punk Motherfucker, well, originally 1998 I think it came out. It was just a period of transparent sound which we were just trying to do an analogue live jam. Roland 808, two SH101s, crappy Yamaha mixing desks, crappy synth. record straight to that, do 10, 15 takes round Tim's house with Kurt Bagley, skateboard. Originally came out on Collindale's Abstract Dance. It was the first label that put our stuff out that wasn't our own. We used to put out our own stuff because no one else wanted to put it out. And it kind of stayed that way really, didn't really think about sending stuff to people. Went under the radar for ages, we couldn't even get anyone to distribute it or stock it on shelves, even on SOR. But I got an email from Colin saying some labels from Germany, somewhere in Germany, were interested in releasing it, and then they could start getting a big influx. Yeah, Colin had mentioned that people were asking after the track, and I don't know if I want to reissue it. It's like 20 years old, and I put it out, people are going to think that's what I'm doing now. They've heard it for the first time, expecting me to release stuff that just sounds like that, which I don't think I could do because I'm just a different mindset, even if I had those machines still. It was Frank Frost and Arno from Pressure Tracks Frankfurt were really interested and been exposed quite a bit from Nicholas Lutz, and I think Ricardo Veloz was playing it. The original recording was just raw, it's never been mastered properly. So I'd said to them, look, if you want to put it out as just the full length version, which was about 10 minutes, no remixes, nothing, put it out, and they were really nice. We got on, built up a relationship. Yeah, and that came out. I try not to be pigeonholed, I try to just do what I do. It becomes easier with time. It's constantly morphing, changing, evolving in whatever way that is, I don't know. How do I get to do the numbers I say? This is, believe it or not, a very recent addition. But literally, as you can see, messing around just saying that's the first time, because I don't know how it works properly. Even the simplest of electronics. I liked electronic stuff from early age. Drum kit that my dad brought home. Try and put T-tails over it and tape, try and make it sound electronic. I don't know why, I was trying to emulate some kind of electronic stuff. Early street sounds, electro, planet rock, and all of the cliches really. I mean, I had one I think I had one of them as a child, yeah.
Have you been DJing as long as you've been making funny sounds with machines?
13, 14-ish, with like a crappy. Well, I was more into like hip hop and turntables, and was like fascinated by that. I had like a rubbish, you know, the ones that used to stack up to 7 inches and let them drop down. One of those, and a tape, like a boom box, which I used to try and rewind to do the back-to-back cutting up. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of started DJing then, and that would have been a kind of electronica, hip hop kind of stuff. The stuff I've got down here is the stuff that I play now. I need access to quickly. Techno, electronica, minimal, clicky, glitchy, horizontal kind of stuff. New and old, depends on how it sits. And here's this stuff I've accumulated. I like it because it's like a photograph. Look at it, and it's got an HMV sticker on it or an archive sticker on it. So it reminds me of when I got it, you know. And look at the price, you go, oh my God, this album's like $7.99, and now it's like 30 quid. Oh, it's a Plastic Man album. $7.99? It's like £15 for 12 inch now. I just kind of feel like, you know, the scene that I've grown up on is nothing to do with this. That's just that. What I do and lots of other people do is what we do, and it's like, they're the two different worlds really. It's like Eurovision Song Contest, it's got nothing to do with me, nor you on top of a cliff edge pulling faces and doing some stupid dance without the cables not plugged in the back of the mixer. It's hard enough finding time to write beats, spend a day mixing down a track and learn how to use something I don't know how to use. Do you know what I mean? Without worrying about some nonsense on social media where I've got absolutely no interest in whatsoever. I'm fucking having trouble working out how this works, let alone spending my time, you know what I mean?
What's inside that drawer?
This drawer, I hope there's nothing dodgy. I mean, look, it's got some aspirin, essential part of any studio. A new little adapter for the new laptop because it's got the stupid C drive on picture hook. Oh, out and slip mats, look. So down this one, just a bunch of shit. Transparent sound, Sonar Pass, 2004. Oh, here you go. You all need one of these if you're not a true musician. Scale chart, bunch of DATs. Got Severe Carnage. That was a hip hop group we used to be. Hey, look at that, that's mad. UFO. Transparent sound live with UFO Scape 1, Cooperage, Plymouth. 12th of the 6th, 1998. I think it was 21 years since I'd been to Plymouth when I came back down in November. We didn't play live then. He said, can you come play live? We're like, yeah, and then we had to make it up. I think it might be recorded over. Or at least some of it, because we didn't have a DAT in the studio, we needed to record some stuff, so it's kind of like, which one can we record over? Things don't seem important at the time, and you look back and go, oh, I wish I'd saved that, don't you? Fabric, we played there quite a bit, alongside Greg Richards, Anthony Rother and things like that, and Weatherall, Radioactive Man, Billy Nasty. The Ends nightclub was phenomenal. I mean, there's been lots of phenomenal things, you know, along the way. But I mean, those ones always still stand out because they're just so consistent. Sonar Festival, that was pretty magical. It was in the afternoon as well, and the sun shining. There's this green canopy over the top. Yeah, they're all memories, aren't they? Hanging out with your friend, hanging out with your friends. Because Martin's my best friend as well as my studio partner, you know. Yeah, you kind of cling on to those things. They become more and more precious as you get older and things. There's lots of labels asking for stuff. It's kind of a bit of a melting pot in there. It just kind of happens when it's meant to happen. But I really want it to happen this year. So I'm trying to give it a bit of a nudge. We've got brand new Transparent Sound EP coming out, with brand new material. Houghton, Tresor, we're stopping off Oslo, Bergen, Malta, Barcelona, just around Europe. Wonderful Adam Shelton. We basically can do a 30-year mix of all kinds of transparent sounds, so he's choosing it all, sending him stems and this, that and everything. I think it's going to be a studio mix, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Just looking for a home for it. We've got a couple of ideas where it might end up. Try and bring out the book, 30-year illustrated biography, which has me and Martin in, obviously. The whole idea was the fun. I enjoy music and we just enjoy it. We get so wrapped up in all the other nonsense. Celebrate 30 years of transparent sound. You just write a number. You can get these circuit then, can't you? Or 30. 30. Let me see if I've got batteries. It's such a shit idea, it's almost good. Mix it. Clear.